Galatians 5, verse 25. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. So I'm always looking for ways to live in the Spirit. So that got me involved in it. I stayed involved in it because it was pretty concise. In other words, it didn't take too long to listen to and reflect on Jordan's message. It was biblically sound. It was unbelievably thought-provoking. As is always the case with the Bible, there's more there than meets the eye. Jordan's challenge was, how about loving people you really don't like too much? Or further than that, how about loving people that hate you? And that's, man, that's a tough concept to get your arms around. I struggle sometimes with the difference between, or the tension between, how do you love someone when you really don't like them? There's so much polarization, and there's so much accusatory language, and there's so much that if you don't agree with someone, they just don't like you, and they don't want to hear from you anymore. They don't want to talk to you. And I've been thinking to myself, how the heck can I love this person when I really don't like them, or I don't like what they stand for? How can I bridge, that gap? I have people I'm really, really close to that have really almost immovable feelings about things political. It's really, really hard to even have a conversation with them, and somehow get through that and let them know, how can we get past this impasse of different opinions on whatever it might be. The final analysis, what difference does it make? I'm going to love you irrespective of what your position may be, and the fact that I might really dislike your position. I might even hate your position. That doesn't have anything to do with you. You're God's creature too, and I'm going to love you. Well, I would commend it almost to anyone, but particularly to believers, because Christians are encouraged and to be in the world but not of the world, and that is really, really hard because we all have our human appetites, and the tension between those human appetites and things of the Spirit is in front of my face all the time, and I'm sure I'm not alone. The magic of Jordan's presentation is he brings those tensions out and he fillets them and he talks about them, and he uses scripture to help people like me try to walk with the Spirit more. It's really a difficult walk, I have to say. For a Christian who has a new self, he still has that old self. And I think we need to be constantly reminded, and Jordan does a really good job of it, of how to walk the line you need to be walking and try to avoid walking the line you shouldn't be walking.